Wala tayong net kanina, no? Napaputol-putol yung internet ko kanina, kaya ito. Kaya I'm asking you if you can hear me clearly and you can see. All right, so good morning once again, fourth graders. Good morning. Okay, so
Morning po.
this is the last part, or this is the very last part of our lessons for the second grading. Okay? And ito na rin yung last part natin, lesson 3. Ano? Hanggang dito lang yung discussion natin for this grading na to. And next week, you'll be having a quiz on Monday, okay? On Monday, quiz, then review tayo. And then on Friday, next week, your quarterly exams, okay? So April 8th. On the 8th of April ang ating examination. All right, so let's get to the point, ano? Discussion na kagad tayo. Okay, so the most popular, okay, as you can see here in my title, setting up the computer. Okay, again, setting up the computer. This is still part of, ito yung last part ng lesson nyo sa akin sa lesson 3, which is computer system. Okay, so ito na yon, the very end part. Okay, so ito lang, so the most popular type of computer used by large number of people is the microcomputer. Okay, microcomputer, ito yung ating fourth generation of computers. Tandaan niyo ba yung ating history, yung timeline of computers natin ay meron tayong first, second, third, fourth, and fifth generations. So yung microcomputer ay pumasok or nag-start during the fourth generations. Yung microcomputer is also known as the personal computer or PC. Okay, personal computer. So for yung magiging shortcut natin is PC, okay? So compared siyempre sa mga pinag-aral na rin sa generations of computer, yung mga unang computer, they were huge, di ba? They were huge and heavy and very expensive. Napakamahal nila. Pero itong microcomputer, this personal PC, so compared nga sa kanila, it's very small, ano? It's very small but versatile. Okay, versatile sila. Tapos microcomputer is also affordable. Kasi yung dati, millions of dollars ang nagastos doon para mabuo ang isang napakalaking computer. And masasabi ko, this is a powerful general purpose computer na pwedeng ma-program to perform a specific task. Okay? So yun ang characteristics, ha. These are the masasabi ko mga simple yet major characteristics of a personal computer. Small but versatile. It is affordable, very budget friendly, ika nga, di ba? And of course, a powerful general purpose computer na pwede nating bigyan ng commands and instructions or pwedeng ma-program to perform a specific task. Okay, but yun nga, ang ating title is setting up the computer. So before setting up your computer, you must know first, okay, kung ano yung mga kakailangan natin. No? Well, basically, the parts of a personal computer are, anong tawag dito? Yung TV, yung mukhang TV. What do you call this one?
Monitor.
Yes, that's right. This, it's called the monitor. Okay? Yeah, yun yung mga basic parts. Ano? How about this one? Yung tower na to. Naituro ko na sa inyo before to. What do you call this one? Starts with letter S.
System.
System what? Okay, tuloy na. System U.
System
unit. System unit. Okay, system unit. And ito nasa ibaba na to. Yung malapad and together with this one, they're called
keyboard.
Keyboard. Right? How about the other one?
Mouse.
Mouse, right. And mouse, ano? So yun ang mga, so basically, yun yung parts ng isang personal computer. Okay? So ikabit mo lang lahat ng yan. Just connect monitor to the system unit, connect the keyboard and mouse to the system unit. Okay ka na. You're good. You're good to go. Okay? Pero, pagtuunan natin ng pansin, yung system unit. Ano? Yung system unit, so, ano kayong mga sa loob nito, no? So, we're going to identify kung ano-ano yung mga internal and external parts of a system unit. Okay? So dito madali na kasi these are just the basic parts na madalas natin makita. But yung system unit na ating pagtuunan ng pansin, ano? So the most common parts inside the system unit are, most common parts inside muna tayo, the system unit are, of course, ito no, the motherboard. Yan. So initially, motherboard, this is the main this is the main part of the computer, no? Sabi ko sana main brain, which is no. Ito yung malaking part ng computer, ito yung backbone eh. Tapos, of course, wag natin kalimutan ang CPU together with its fan kasi dapat magkasama yan eh. Yung CPU or the microprocessor, this will be connected here. Ia-attach yan dito and then sa ibabaw ng CPU is the CPU fan. Okay? The next, tama rin sa loob ang tinatawag na RAM or random access memory. So this is the main memory of our computer. The hard disk drive, HDD. Okay? HDD, hard disk drive, ibig sabihin, this is a secondary memory. Itong RAM, ang main memory, yung HDD or hard disk drive ang secondary storage or secondary memory. Right, wag din natin kalimutan PSU or power supply unit. Okay, so without the PSU, walang power ang ating computer. Okay, kaya nga power supply unit. Okay? Video card. So this is kind of optional na nowadays. For most motherboards today, meron na siyang built-in na video card. DVD writer. Yan, DVD writer. Optional rin ito ngayon. Because nowadays, then, mas madalas natin gamitin ay ang flash drive or SD card. So, mas handy na, no? Mas handy yung store compared with DVD or CD. Okay, so, identify natin yung motherboard muna, no? Let's have its definition. Okay, so it says here that motherboard is a large circuit board, okay, that contains the computer's central processing unit, the CPU, the microprocessor support chips, the random access memory or the RAM, and the expansion slots. So itong motherboard, this is the computer's primary circuit board. Okay? Dinagdagan ko primary circuit board. Or sabi natin computer's central communications backbone. So bakit ko nasabi na na central communications backbone ng computer? Kasi ito yung this is the connectivity point of everything na nasa loob ng computer, through which all the components, all the components and external peripherals dyan ikino-connect sa motherboard. Okay? So everything is connected to the motherboard. Kaya siya ang naging backbone of the computer. So without this motherboard, okay? Just understand without the motherboard, none of the computer pieces such as CPU, GPU, or hard drive could interact. Right? So the interaction, the motherboard is the one responsible for the interaction of all the components of computer. Okay? So please bear that in mind about the motherboard. All right, Agu, go ahead. Next is, okay, do you understand about motherboard? Okay, this is the backbone, okay? This is the backbone of our computer. A large circuit board, okay? So pag sinabi yung definitions, a large circuit board or primary circuit board, we're referring about the motherboard, all right? Okay, PSU or the power supply unit. So makinig lahat this is already the last part. PSU or the power supply unit is the electrical component of a computer system that converts AC, okay, AC current to lower DC voltage current used by the computer. So despite the name ng power supply unit, so it does not supply systems with power. Okay? Hindi talaga siya nagsusupply ng power. Instead, PSU converts the power. Right? So kino-convert niya, no? Kasi yung ating kuryente coming from the outlet, okay, 'di ba, from Meralco, then going to the outlet of our house. Yung outlets natin, yung kanyang ibinibigay na kuryente is AC, okay? AC current. Pero yung computers natin, hindi AC current ang kailangan niya. Ang kailangan ng ating mga components ng ating computer ay DC voltage lang. Okay? Yung motherboard, yung ating mga hard drive, yung video card, yung mga optical drives, even the flash drives, ang kuryente na kailangan nila is in DC voltage. Okay? DC ang kailangan nila. Pero dahil AC ang inilalabas ng ating Meralco outlets, so yung power supply unit, siya ang nagko-convert. Okay? So specifically, a power supply converts, pag sinabi AC, alternating current, the alternating high voltage current into direct current or DC. And the power supply unit also regulates the DC output voltage to define tolerance required for modern computing components. So meron siyang 12 volts, meron siyang 5 volts na inilalabas itong power supply unit. So from AC, which is 240 volts, AC is alternating current. So from AC na galing sa ating outlet, pupunta ngayon yung kuryente sa power supply unit ng computer, and then the power supply unit converts the AC, the 240 volts AC, into 12 volts and 5 volts DC. Right? Tagalogin natin konti. So, i-convert or from AC, mula sa AC na current, babaguhin ngayon, babaguhin power supply unit ang kuryente. Gagawin niyan DC na 5 at saka 12 volts lang. Kasi yung requirement, yung kailangan ng ating motherboard, pati ng iba pang mga parts ng computer, ay only 12 volts at saka 5 volts. Since yun lang ang kailangan niyang mga voltahe or kuryente, ang power supply unit ang siyang magko-convert nito. From 240, okay, 240 kasi yung papasok dito sa power supply eh. Ngayon, pagpasok ni 240 sa power supply unit, paliliitin niya to, gagawin niyang 5 volts at saka 12 volts DC lang. Yan. So yan ang trabaho ni power supply unit. Alright? Naintindihan ba? Did you understand?
Opo.
Ha? Converter to, converter. Ang power supply unit. Next is, so the expansion slot. Okay, so this is the motherboard na ating example kanina. Pinalakihan ko lang for you to be able to see it clearer. So yung nakabilog, yung encircled part is what we call the expansion slot. With F na. Kasi 1, 2, 3. Tatlo kasi yan. 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 expansion slots here on the motherboard. The expansion slot is a receptacle connected to the computer's expansion bus and designed to accept adapters. So dito ngayon, yung actually the popular adapters for computer, so it includes adapters to produce video output, memory expansion adapters, input-output adapters or clock calendar boards, and internal modems. So yung expansion slot, it is a socket. Okay? Socket siya. Socket on a motherboard. So as you can see here, so ito yung mga sockets. So this is where you insert an expansion card. Okay? The expansion card, which provides additional feature to a computer such as video card, So yun, yung video card, it produces video output. Sound card. Sound card produces audio. And maybe advanced graphics. Ano? So ito yun. Oh, sorry. Nawala. Where's my mouse? Nawala yung mouse ko. Alright, so sorry, nag-lag yung aking presentation. Okay. Right, there you go. So dito kinakabit yung gaya ng video card here, this part. Okay? So ito lang motherboard ito nakaka-count yung kanya expansion slots. But sa yung ibang model ng motherboard, marami. Marami ang expansion slots ng iba. Alright. So okay na yon yung expansion slot. Next is these drives. These drives, sorry. So these drives are the electrical components of a computer system that sorry. Mali ang aking definition dito. Let me just edit it first. Okay, let's continue. So yun ano. So this drive, so ito yung tinatawag na secondary storage. Kanina kasi, do sa usual parts inside the system unit, I told you that meron tayong tinatawag na RAM, random access memory. That is the main memory of or the primary memory of our computer. So this time, this drive, this is the secondary storage or the secondary memory, right, of our computer. So pwede siyang maging hard disk drive. This is the hard disk drive. Pwede siyang maging CD-ROM or DVD drive, or any removable disk such as USB flash drive. So these drives, they are used to retrieve data from a disk and transmit it to the CPU, or the CPU will be the one to transmit data and store it into the disk. Okay, to make it shorter, dito tayo sa mga disk drives nagse-save. Okay? So yung mga data or information na sinasave natin, dito lang yung napupunta. It's either sa hard disk drive tayo nagsasave, or sa DVD writer, or sa flash drive. Tama ba? Sa flash drive, di ba nakakapag-save tayo? If you want to transfer a file from one computer to another computer, so we use flash disk drive para makapag-transfer ng files. Madalas nga movies ang nilalaman natin, di ba? So dito ay nakapag-store. Actually, the right term is to store, ano? Store ang ating term. But yun nga, nasanay tayo na save. So here in these devices, dito tayo nagse-save ng mga files. Alright? Okay na ba? Nauunawaan ba about this drive, power supply unit, expansion slot, and motherboard? Yeah, is that a yes? Si tahimik kayo. Kahit nod, wala. Alright, so I think we're good. Okay, now, labas tayo ng system unit, ano? Labas tayo. So what are the usual items found in front of the system unit? Okay? Please take notes of this, okay? Ito na yung front natin. So this computer unit or this system unit is not in your module, all right? So first is do you know what you call this one, this part? Who knows? Yes, Maxine. Were you raising your hand, Maxine? This part of our computer, of our system unit. Yes, Ago. So anong inilalagay dito na lang? Anong inilalagay diyan? Yes, Maxine, sige isa pa. Pakilaksan. Again, Maxine, sige, try.
DVD.
Yes, okay, DVD ano? That's right. So in general term, in general term, this is called the optical drive. Okay? In general kasi this could be a CD-ROM drive, pwede rin siya maging DVD drive. Okay? So pag sinabi optical drive, it's either CD-ROM drive, or again, DVD drive, okay? So it is designed, optical drive is designed to access and read data encoded on a CD or DVD. And those data to be transferred to the computer. Okay? So yun ang ginagawa ng optical drive. So again, optical drive could be CD drive or DVD drive. So maalin man sa dalawang yon. Next is so you can see here two ports, dalawang bilog na maliit na ports. So sana na medyo malaki sa inyong screen, ano? Yung sa iba, if you're using gadget, mas maganda siguro what do you call this, landscape yung gadget nyo, nakapahiga para mas malaki yung makita nyo yung screen. Okay, so pagpahiga kasi yung inyong gadget, mas malaki yung screen na makikita nyo sa akin. Okay, so this part, so ang tawag dito ay audio in and out. Okay, audio input or output. So here, this is where you can plug your speaker, your headset, and your microphone. Okay, so dalawa lang yan. So pag headset, so this input and output. Kapag speaker lang, hanapin nyo lang yung isang, I think the color pink. I think yung color pink yung kasi dalawang kulay yan eh, pink and green. So if I'm not mistaken, pink yung output, green naman ang input. Right? Okay, next is sa mga modern unit kasi, yung ngayon sa mga modern unit, you can see this one, the SD card reader or the memory card reader. Okay? Yung sa mga una kasi wala niyan. But yung mga ngayon yung mga latest na release ng mga system unit, so they already include SD card reader. Okay? So it is used to read contents of a memory card. Pwede ito maging images, video, or music. Okay? So halimbawa from your digital camera. Di ba yung digital camera naka SD card. So para ma-transfer natin yung files from our camera or from our cell phone going to our computer, so ikakabit natin yung SD card ng ating camera papunta sa dito sa SD card reader. Right, so in front of our system unit, meron ding USB ports. Okay, USB ports or universal serial bus port. Okay, so this is where flash drives are inserted. May mga flash disk drive. So dito natin ikinakabit yon sa USB port. So it allows USB devices to be connected to each other with and transfer data over USB cables. All right? So ang tawag na USB port. Okay, then yung malaki so usually sa mga system unit, there are two buttons. One is big and one is smaller. So most of the time, yung malaking switch, so it is the power switch. And the other one, yung smaller, is the reset switch. Okay? So yung power switch ang nagto-turn ng computer on and off. While the reset switch, so that enables you, the user, to perform a warm boot or restart. Restart the computer. especially when the computer hangs up. Okay, ulitin natin ha. Okay, so ano ulit to? Sige, unmute and then recite. What do you call this part?
DVD drive.
DVD drive, okay? So pwede na yung DVD drive. Generally, pwede mo siya tawagin optical drive, alright? Optical drive kasi pwede siya maging CD, pwede siya maging DVD. So it's either kung alin yung nakakabit dyan. Okay, next is this is two small circle ports. So ano tawag dito? Starts with letter A.
Audio jack.
Okay, audio in and out. Okay, in and out. Alright? So yung jack ang kinakabit dyan. Okay? Yun yung jack. How about this one? Yung malapad na to. This is the SD. Didn't you take notes? It is called SD card reader or memory card reader. Okay? So kung halimbawa nasagot kayo, memory card reader, itatama ko rin yun, alright? This will be your test on Monday, okay? Tandaan nyo yung parts. May quiz on Monday, okay? How about this, these two ports? Yung dalawang ports na to. What do you call these? These ports?
USB.
Yes, USB ports, okay? Or the universal serial bus port. Okay, how about this big circle?
Power button.
Right, the power button or power switch. How about the smaller one?
Reset.
All right, reset switch. Okay, that's it. Galing. Okay na, no? So, nakompleto niyo yung mga parts